Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. I am Haley Gray, and I'm the founder of Women's Entrepreneur Network and the owner of Fiercely Marketing. We are a boutique digital marketing agency where we work with small businesses just like you as your marketing department. So, tonight I want to have a conversation, a really real conversation, and about marketing and business just does not work the way that I see some people trying to sell it, particularly in the online space. It actually makes me kind of sick, I'll be honest. If you are a solopreneur or you are a small business owner, you are constrained by the space time continuum. I am constrained by the space time continuum. There's 24 hours in my day. There's 7 days in a week. Some of those hours I have to sleep. I'll give you a hint. I like my sleep. I sleep rather a lot. I have to get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, preferably closer to 9. If I'm operating below that, I simply do not function. I see way too many gurus out there that are telling people to do more with less. Do less sleep, get more done, be more productive, cut out the fun stuff. Wibbly, wobbly, timey, wimey. Exactly. Function on 4 hours of sleep and put yourself in the hospital. There are some amazing demigods out there that do function on limited amounts of sleep. And every once in a while, I can function on a couple of hours of sleep. The reality in my business and in my life is that I, Haley, do not function on less than 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night. I am simply not productive. And yet, there's gurus out there saying, go out there, go get more, do more, run yourself into a ground, do everything on every single social media platform, do every single form of marketing. Doesn't work that way. You can't physically do it. I can't physically do it. It'll run you right into the ground. Raise your hand if you've ever felt burnt out by business, and I'll raise both hands. And I've done it. Trying to do more, trying to do with less sleep, trying to be more mom, trying to keep the house perfectly clean. I'll give you a hint. I've got a dog. It's got long hair. We don't have dust bunnies. We have dust woolly mammoths currently in the corners every so often because she sheds like a mofo. And it is impressive. I did not appreciate how much having a really long-haired dog was going to bring us fur into our world. And hey, Barb. So telling somebody and hey there, and let me know how many hours of sleep do you get a night? So telling somebody to post on every single social media platform every day and create all this content and stand on your head and click all your heels and do all these things is frankly not going to work. You can have everything you want, but you can't do it all at the same time. Not unless you have a massive marketing team who does things. It's just impossible. We can't do this to ourselves. And I don't know why we as women in particular do this to ourselves. It's almost like it's a badge of honor to say, hey, I slept 4 hours last night. Hey, I got all this stuff done. And I went and I did yoga and I got all my greens and I did all this and that and the other. Hey, y'all, if I did that, I would be on the floor, passed out, dead. Would not be functioning. I had bariatric surgery 2 years ago. My body will not let me get away with that kind of stuff. That kind of nonsense is not going to be happening in my life. I have to get my sleep. One of the things y'all may see me do from time to time is I actually have to take a lot of vitamins because of the particular surgery that I had. And I have to mind how much protein I get. I have to mind how many carbs I'm eating. I have to mind how much fat I'm getting. It is a thing. So going for this, road warrior, kill myself, go crazy, try to do everything everywhere thing is frankly not going to happen. And I don't believe that it should happen. I think that when we try to do everything and be everything to everybody in our businesses, and we are trying to be everything to everybody with our marketing, we do ourselves an injustice and we do our clients an injustice. I do not believe that it is possible to service our clients and be everything everywhere to everybody all at once, all the time, running around like a chicken with its head cut off. Because that's all you are. You're running around like a chicken with its head cut off. It's exhausting. It is not a good way to run a business. Last week, I did a summit. Y'all may have heard me talking about this little thing called When Summit. We're doing the next one April 28th, 29th, and 30th of next year. I cut out from my BNI group on Wednesday. I skipped my BNI meeting. I slept almost the entire day on Wednesday before the beginning of the summit to bank up some energy. I focused on my eating before, during, and after. And I even posted on my Facebook page, on my personal profile, that I was going to bed, and I asked people how many hours of sleep they thought I was going to get. And I thought it was really kind of interesting because there were people who thought that after running a 3-day summit, I was going to sleep for 4 to 5 hours. Y'all, that's not how I roll. I went to bed and I slept for a whopping 12 hours. The only reason I got up was because I got hungry. Honestly, if I hadn't been hungry, I probably would not have gotten up when I did. You cannot be everywhere, do everything, be everything to everybody at the same time and still retain any sense of anything. Our human bodies, our flesh suits can't accommodate 24/7, no sleep, no exercise, no nutrition. We can't. We are spiritual beings living in these physical bodies of ours that require some maintenance. They need some exercise. They need sleep. They need food. They need adequate nutrition. They need some recreation. And when I'm talking about recreation, I'm talking about like offline. I'm not talking about on the computer 24/7. That's why you don't see me on the computer most weekends. So, why am I saying this? Because I see too much of a culture of, hey, let's grow a business and let's run ourselves into the ground because that's the way we do it, right? If there is no you, there won't be a business. If you try to be everything to everybody all at once, you're going to go poof. I promise it. I've had those moments of poof myself, where my doctors and my health coaches have basically said, if you do not stop, you are going to end up in adrenal failure, not just fatigue, but failure. I had to learn that I was going to go poof and poof myself if I wasn't careful. There is this weird glamour of doing everything for everybody all the time. Y'all, my kids do chores when they're home. My kids help around the house when they're home. Occasionally, they make like pandas. They eat, shoot, and leave. But I don't do everything myself. I don't try to do everything myself. Part of the reason that I have a business is so that I work to live, not that I live to work. My business has enabled me to take care of my family and my family's special needs. So should yours. Your business should be paying you an income, a reasonable income, without working 23 hours a day, driving yourself into the ground, posting on every single social media platform, driving you nuts, doing 12 lives a night, and going crazy because there won't be a you. I hold the unpopular opinion that doing too much is not necessarily a good thing. I've had conversations with people recently about, hey, you just had a medical procedure. Maybe it's time to rest. I had a very similar medical procedure a few years before you, and I will tell you that my body made me rest. And you may be shocked at the fact that your body is going to make you rest. Oh no, I'll be fine. Found out that yes, she ended up having to rest, right? Take the time, give your body time to rest, give your body time to heal. The cool thing in business is this: when you slow down, you speed up. Seriously, this is the hardest concept for most people to grasp. When you slow down in your life, when you slow down in your business, when you are more intentional, when you are more methodical, when you are more in touch with who you are, the more you speed up. Because the more you slow down, the more you speed up. I know that it is totally counterintuitive. Now, I am not saying that you can sit on the couch and flip through Netflix indefinitely and make money. Unless you are doing, interesting passive income things. But even that has a point. It has its limits, right? You still have to do the work. But when you slow down and become intentional with your actions, you actually see a massive increase in productivity. A lot of people tell me that I am one of the most productive people they know. And it looks like I'm on Facebook all the time. I'm not really on Facebook all the time. It just looks like it because I use auto schedulers and I do the other things. I am very intentional with how I spend my time. I have time blocked off to go to the gym twice a week. I have time blocked off on my calendar, and I treat it every bit as important as a client meeting to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't schedule early morning meetings because guess what? Haley is not a super early morning person. Thus, I guard my calendar. And I suggest that you do the same. Put the big boulders in your calendar, the things that are most important to you first. Slow down to speed up. Put your time to eat, time to sleep, time to get your hair cut, time to meditate, time for your spiritual practice, to worship God, to go to church, time to go out on a date with your spouse or your partner, or spend time with your family in your calendar. Those are the big rocks. Then schedule the other things around it. You need to schedule time in your calendar for sales, time in your calendar to service your clients, time in your calendar to pay attention to your business, and be very intentional with the time that you are spending on your business, and don't allow it to bleed out 24/7. Is it easy? No. Is it tempting sometimes to book a call over your dinner time? Yes, absolutely. Every once in a while, I will book something that kind of starts to impede on dinner. And then I'll ask my husband if he can help me start dinner because I already did the meal planning the week before and we already know what we're having for dinner most nights. And a lot of times, honestly, it's HelloFresh and we know what we're having and we schedule the food, right? Being intentional with your time is so important. Trying to give yourself 3 hours of sleep a night is not going to make you more productive. It is just going to work you into an early grave. Being everywhere and doing everything for everybody else and putting ourselves last is not how we build a successful business. And thank you guys. I appreciate you guys being here so much. I care deeply for everybody in this group. You know, I am grateful for every single one of you that I have made friends with, and for people I don't even know yet. And for me, it's important that we all stay healthy and that we uplift one another and that we stay healthy mentally, physically, spiritually, going through this process of becoming a business owner and an entrepreneur and achieving what we're trying to achieve. So when we start trying to become that, being everything for everybody all the time, we blow up and we run ourselves into the ground. And one of the hardest things Haley has to do is slow herself down because I will tell you, I am the worst offender sometimes about trying to go faster and push through and occasionally try to pull an all-nighter. I've also learned that my body will punish me badly for trying to do that. And as Tish says, you have to be sustainable just like your business. Y'all, this is not a sprint. Being in business is tough, mentally demanding, it's spiritually demanding. Some days are really, really hard with clients and customers. Sometimes you don't get the sales you want. That's why we take care of ourselves so that we are in the best place we can be mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, so that we can take care of business. So with that said, I am going to pull a super attractor card from this Gabby Bernstein deck, and then I'm going to pull cards out of the Maritza Moreno deck for the Fairy Medicine Oracle card deck. Take care of yourself first. As they say in the whole plane orientation, put on your own oxygen mask first. You won't have a business if there isn't a you there to run it. And as some of my team will tell you, you know, I've had to sometimes take a very much lower note and a much lower level of involvement on stuff than I absolutely want to, because I recognize that I have to get rest or I'm not going to be here for anybody. So I am going to pull a card and I'm going to show you this one. This is from the Gabrielle Bernstein Super Attractor deck. It would help if I put it right side up and you can actually see it. And this is it. And it says, when I surrender my will to the care of spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. And that was what came up randomly, y'all. So I hope you enjoy that. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. The game is not to see who can run herself into the grave the fastest. Okay, so I am going to pull a card out of Maritza Moreno's Fairy Medicine Oracle card deck. Cards are kind of pretty. So let me know what card you would like for me to pull. Hello, Denise. Thank you. And Nicholas and Mel. Yeah, thank you guys. I see so many people online going, yeah, you know, I'm going to be super productive and I'm going to not sleep at all. That doesn't work too well for me, y'all. Okay, we have a request for top and a request for 42. So this one is top. And 42 is answer to life, universe, and everything. Those of you that have read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy will get the reference. And if you haven't read the book, you should. This is the top card. Trust and follow your own heart. Let love guide your choices and actions. Are you questioning whether you're on the right path with something you're pursuing? If so, it's time to reconnect your heart and make sure you're listening to love, not fear. The fairies lead with love in all they do, and they encourage you to do the same. Love is like a compass that will always guide you in the right direction, no matter where you are. If you have lost your path, tune back into your heart and don't be afraid to follow the wisdom it reveals to you. Overanalyzing your situation won't get you anywhere. The answers you seek can only be found within. This card also serves as a reminder that only you can know what is true for you. Instead of looking to others for guidance and direction, trust your own intuition and choose what feels right to you. Be a leader instead of following the crowd, and you can't go astray. Ooh. Be a leader and don't follow the crowd. Truer words were never spoken. People ask me a lot of times, have I heard of such and such? And a lot of times I just don't pay attention because I am so focused on what I'm doing from day to day that I have no idea. Okay, 42, Tish. 48, 47, 46. This one is 42. Ah! I always think it's funny when I see these cards do this. You're going to love this, Tish. The wibbly wobbly timey wimey is a Doctor Who reference. That's cool. Building community. Connect and collaborated with like-minded others. Find your tribe. Have you been spending a lot of time alone lately? Is there something big you desire to accomplish and you're struggling to manage it all on your own? If this sounds like you, the fairies want you to know that now is your moment to get out of hermit mode and reconnect with the world. Instead of needing to rely entirely on yourself, seek the companionship of like-minded others and put your resources together to work towards a common goal. As the bridge builders of the elemental world, the fairies know how important community is. All of life is connected. Therefore, we can never really be independent. We need each other to grow and thrive. When joining forces with others, make sure you connect with people you truly resonate with. Go out and meet your soul tribe. This will enable you to build truly supportive relationships that nourish and benefit everyone. Not only will collaborating with like-minded others allow you to achieve your goals with more ease, as you come together for a higher purpose, the love, magic, and abundance you share with one another will ripple out and bless the entire world. There you go. I think that is absolutely accurate for you, Tish. I hope y'all have a wonderful night. Be blessed. Take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. And I've posted the link above and below for the mastermind. We talk about building business without driving yourself batshit crazy. Talk later. Have a great night. Love you guys. And thank you for watching tonight. Bye-bye.